Oh, because California, that Gavin just announced yesterday that like the whole state is under shelter in place. And since it's such a large state, I was just kind of waiting to see the trickle down effect.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of people. So
Yeah, pretty scary, pretty scary. Well, so now,
yeah.
and hello to everybody who's joining us. Let me turn on the ticker.
Hi.
There we go.
Oh, I love the ticker.
I know, isn't it great? And
Yeah,
you
it
just
feels so
wait.
profesh.
Check this out. Samantha says hi.
Hey.
So does John. So does
Oh, look at
Jasmine.
that.
So does Heidi Lou.
Hmm.
Hi Lou.
Not to be confused with your mom, Heidi.
Yes, no. This one appears to have been born in 1985, and my mom
Okay,
is
got
not
it.
that young. She had
Just
me
gave
when
her
she
a
was
huge
4.
compliment. Maybe not anymore.
My mom and sister and Ryan all tuned into our MuggleCast stream that we did.
Oh, that's cute. I see
like
them
this.
comment on the Instagram feed every once in a while, and I think that's really sweet.
Yeah. She got a kick out of that meme that I posted on the Millennial Instagram. She stole
that was pretty good
and posted it
she
on
stole
her own.
it.
She posted it on her own Facebook page.
Pot and kettle.
She did give us credit, but I was like, "Mom,
did you do the same in turn?"
What?
Because you told us that you also borrowed.
Oh, that's true. I did steal it. Yeah. I guess I should have. I've never in the talk. Genevieve says, Pam, where did you get that mug?
Oh, I got this mug at Disneyland when I was drunk. It's my Baymax mug.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Might be able to get that on Disney's online store.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's at the Disney store. But at the time, I was like, I can only get it here. You can't only get it there.
It's so special.
Yeah, the more I drink, there's these little like the emoji check-ins on the inside. So the more coffee I drink, the happier the cup gets on the. It's right now. It's really full. So
nice.
It's at the angry phase.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So we thought we would do this digital coffee date because we kind of discussed this idea on the most recent episode. And it's just good to hang out during the day while we are socially isolated. Of course, this is the safe way to do it. Pam and I are about 6,000 miles from each other. Laura's going to be here.
Feels like that.
But she's late. This was her idea, and she's late. She work ran over. And then she missed our meeting this morning. What the F,
I know. Man? We just picked up a lot of slack.
Yeah, I know. Right at the meeting start time. Oh, I can't make it. Oh, thanks for telling us now. I can say that while she's not here.
Yeah.
Once she comes in and apologizes, I'll be like, oh, no, I don't care.
Yes.
I have no ill will.
And then she'll watch the playback and be like, you little shit.
Yeah. Classic Laura. Damn right, Samantha.
Is she always late?
I don't know. We'll just keep this up throughout the broadcast to bother her.
I thought this was like a MuggleCast trend too, or something.
No. Laura's punctual. She's
I
punctual.
know. Laura's the best. She's very responsible.
Yeah. Our dear friend Eric. Now he tends to be late.
Classic Eric.
Classic Eric. Yeah. You can see the comments too, right? All the comments.
I can't. Oh, I can. I have it like set to the private chat.
Oh, okay. If you switch over to comments, you can see what
I see it now.
Saying. It's
Got
cool.
it.
This is a very nice integration with YouTube. Yeah, so we used this for MuggleCast the first time, and it worked out great. So we're like, let's just start using this. And we have Millennial colors in the ticker and on our name tags. Yep. So I just said this before we started broadcasting. It looks like Chicago is going to be getting a shelter in place tomorrow. So as soon as I finish this, Pat and I are going to run out to Costco and Target and get a few more things. I should be leaving right now because as this news spreads at this press conference that I think is happening right now, everybody's going to be running out. So
yeah, honestly, you might be better off just. Well, no, tomorrow's Saturday. I was going to say you might be better off just doing it tomorrow, but it won't matter. I don't know. I've seen some pictures of like Costco lines out, not where I am, but in the greater Bay Area, and it's just wild. And nobody's adhering to the social distancing rules. Like everybody's just
Yeah,
packed together. It gives me so much anxiety just to see people not following the rules.
I know. I have continued to break the rules a little bit. I've been going to the gym. My downstairs neighbors are also going to the gym. We go to the same gym. And, I feel like at this point, if you're going to the gym, you're just accepting that you might get coronavirus. And I
Yeah.
was saying this to my neighbors last night. We love each other, which I've documented on the show before.
Mhm.
And we've been looking out for each other the past few days. It's been nice and baking each other things. It's been really
Mhm.
cool. But my neighbor thinks that we might already all have coronavirus, which I
It's
actually could believe.
possible.
Mm-hmm.
My grandparents, they, bless them, I love them so much. And they were like, oh, can you come over? We miss you. And I was like, Grandpa, we're trying not to do that. And they're like, well, we could come visit you. Like, no, that
Yeah.
doesn't work.
No, you can still
But
transfer.
yeah, because I was trying to tell them, I was like, well, you guys watch the news every night. Like they always say, even if you're not sick, like they've been saying that you could
Yeah.
be asymptomatic. Is that
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah,
correct word?
exactly. Yeah, we might all be
Yeah.
asymptomatic.
Yeah.
That's a
And
word
she's like the worst, like, she's diabetic, she's on oxygen sometimes. She's just
Oh my
like the
gosh.
the person that should not get sick. So
Yeah. Uh,
the gym is the germiest
Sorry, I
place
got
there
distracted by
is.
people.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Aaron. Yeah, Aaron, you're right, but I need to go. I need to get out of the house a little bit. It's going to be a moot point after today because tomorrow Chicago is apparently starting a shelter in place. So, yeah, but Pat also brought me Dunkin' in bed this morning, which was like one of the
Yeah.
nicest things that anyone's ever done for me. So,
Mm.
between that and my neighbors baking stuff for us, self-quarantine's actually going pretty well.
Yeah, I baked this morning, but I should be nicer to my neighbors. I just don't know them because I'm antisocial apparently. But I wish I did because now I have 40 muffins in my house and maybe I'll just send
Send
some to work
some.
with my mom.
Now, John, we're not doctors, but yes, you can get coronavirus and never have any symptoms. This is what we've heard from healthcare professionals. So we might all have it. And of course, one of the big problems in America right now is we don't know how many people actually have this thing
Right.
because
And Heidi
the
makes
lack
a
of
good point about
tests.
Idris Elba pointing that out when he announced that he had tested positive.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
just like, I feel fine, but I have it. So
Yeah, exactly. So that's why we all got to stay inside right now.
Mhm.
Yeah. God, I can't wait to bug Laura. Now she's 10 minutes late. I mean, what is this? I know. Oh, I know. She asked questions. She asked patrons to submit questions. Let's look at some of those, and then we can answer some questions in the chat. And thanks everybody who's tuned in right now. We really appreciate you showing up for this. Sarah says favorite work collab function besides Slack, like video conference companies. Do you use Zoom, GoToMeeting?
Mhm.
I use Zoom. We use Zoom for podcasting. And I've
Yeah.
noticed every
What do you
place.
use for is that what you use for Hypable too? You guys have the editorial meetings every week.
We do editorial meetings through Slack.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it.
Pam, you're clearing your voice a lot.
Yeah.
Do you have
But
it?
it's allergies. No.
Do you have it? The Rona? Have you
I
been
do.
Rona'd?
Well, maybe I have been Rona and I don't even know.
Stephanie says, Andrew, I've never seen your place in daylight before. Yeah. You do a little pan over. There's a little
It's the
peek.
middle of the day.
Yeah. Oh, great. Now this camera. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I do have a light on above me to help light up the picture a little bit. Yeah, I think Zoom is the best. And I've seen a lot of companies starting to use Zoom because it's just the easiest. Everybody's very familiar with it. It just works. We like it because we can record each participant individually in separate audio files. So it's a good backup for podcasters as well. Sarah also said, are you taking your extra downtime to maybe do an online course? I feel like I'm working more during this. Pam, do you?
Not yet, but I've been thinking about it. So we'll see. I might pick up an instrument again.
Oh, okay.
So maybe I'll do that.
Yeah. I feel like I'm working more because of like we're doing this. We did the MuggleCast thing.
Oh,
You know,
right.
it's been, and of course Hypable has been busy because there's
Hmm.
been all this news about how this is changing the entertainment industry. Um,
Yes.
did you hear today's news?
About Onward. That's the
Mm-hmm.
last thing I saw. Yes, I did.
So
Yes,
that's
I
a Pixar
did.
movie. Just came
Uh-huh.
out 2 weeks ago, was it?
Yeah,
You went to theaters.
I did.
I
That's
did
the
not
last
see
thing I
it.
saw in theaters.
It does not look good to me.
It was
Um,
really sweet, I will say.
so now it's going to be available for purchase digitally tonight, March 20th
Hmm.
at 8 o'clock, and then it's going to be on Disney Plus in 2 weeks. So I'll watch
Yeah.
it on Disney Plus.
I get why they did it, right? Disney's got to collect their coin because the movie wasn't doing as good in the box office anyway. But at the same time, I do kind of wish that I mean, 2 weeks is not a long time, but it is when you're stuck inside. I just feel like they could have released it a little bit earlier on Disney Plus.
I guess they want to try to get people to pay for it because
100%, because they would have been in the theaters much longer, but
right. We were debating this, like, would they actually have made money if they put it on Disney Plus? And like, let's say they released it on Disney Plus today. Well, if you have the
mhm.
option between $20 to own it or $6 for Disney Plus, obviously you're going to go with the latter. So that could have helped them get more Disney Plus subscriptions, I would think. On the other hand, $20 for a digital movie purchase, that could also make you a lot of money if 100,000 people are buying it this weekend.
That's true.
I also think they're just taking advantage of the fact that parents need entertainment for their kids now, because all
Oh,
these parents are stuck at home.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
so $20 is worth it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've seen a lot of celebrities doing little things here and there to try and entertain their fans, and one of the things that I've really been enjoying, checking in on is Josh Gad, who of course, did the voice of Olaf in Frozen. He's been reading kids bedtime stories, just like
Mm-hmm.
picture books. It's really, really nice, and he does like all the voices, and it's great. And I'm sure that is a huge help to parents because kids need routine too. So even if it's just like every night we're gonna tune in to hear this one guy read a story,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
that could make a big difference.
I tuned into one of his more recent videos, and it was funny. At the beginning, he was throwing shade at people who don't believe what's going on and who don't believe scientists and
Yeah.
stuff. He's
It was
naturally a really
good.
funny dude. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he has like this running joke where he's like, "I keep wanting to lick my fingers, but we don't do that anymore." To like turn the pages and stuff. It's really sweet.
uh, Katie said, I know some of the hosts work from home part-time or full-time already. Has this social distancing changed how you're working now? It has to. Oh, here she is.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Girl, where you've been?
Turning tricks,
Unbelievable. Are you wearing an imprint shirt?
I am
Oh my
actually.
Oh
God.
wow.
Yeah, because
Well,
it's
You've
laundry
lost it in
day.
quarantine.
Mm.
I'm sorry,
Kidding.
what?
You've lost it in quarantine. No,
Yeah,
kidding.
pretty much.
I just found mine in storage. I forgot that there was the weirdly colored one. Like
Weird
It
colors?
it's not. Well, it was just very bright. I don't know. I'm very into monochrome, so I definitely
Okay.
have the gray one. But
Well, I have a story for y'all. So my ass had to break self-isolation this morning and go to the
Oh,
dentist
Ew, why?
because I had a filling fallout.
Oh,
oh no.
Yeah, so I had to go to the dentist and they were able to
Mm.
take care of me. But I literally went at 8 o'clock in the morning, so tired as fuck.
Mm.
Mm.
But they were doing a really good job at that dentist office of, they're working part-time hours and they're only booking appointments for people who have emergencies.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard similar things from my
Mhm.
dentist that they're rescheduling appointments for only, they're keeping only the urgent appointments.
Right.
Laura, I
Mhm.
just found out that apparently tomorrow Chicago is going to start a shelter in place. So right after
Not
today's,
today though.
not today. So right after we
Virus
do this,
is gonna wait.
I'm running to Costco. Yeah, I know, right? No, well, it's probably to give people a little time so they can run out and get things. And so
Sure.
after this, I'm going to run off to Costco and Target and some other places.
Mm-hmm.
But so Katie said, I know some of the hosts work from home part-time or full-time already. Has the social distancing changed how you're working now?
Well, I mean, I normally only work from home 1 day a week.
Mm-hmm.
So this week is my first week of like full on working from home. And I mean, when you're used to working in, an office or what have you, that kind of environment, you really do have to adjust how you work, and you have to figure out how to scale your projects so that they function in a remote environment. So yeah, it's been an adjustment for sure.
Yeah. And it's been interesting seeing a lot of people who are very used to only working from an office suddenly have to adjust. To your point, I was listening to an IGN podcast last night, Nintendo voice chat, and they spent the first like 15 minutes talking about how much harder it is to podcast from home. I'm like, it's easy.
Yeah.
We've been doing that
That's
for
true.
a while.
We've been training for this moment.
And they're talking. One of them was like, "Oh, there's all this equipment that I need to set up, and I haven't done it yet, and I just don't know where to put it." I'm like,
Yeah.
F?
What are they using?
I don't know. I need to write to IGN because their audio levels are all imbalanced. It inspired me to write a blog post on my on my consulting site today. Check it out. Impact.hypable.com.
Like, if you need any tips, you can hire me.
Well, and this also inspired me to start writing an article called How to Podcast from Home, because them and somebody else were looking for advice. A gay Springsteen lover on Twitter who people keep telling me I need to become friends with. So we followed each other, and now we're best friends. I think that's how that works. But anyway, he was looking for tips on how to podcast from home as well. So I'm gonna have the people. I'm here for the people.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Pat's been working from home this week, so I have him quarantined in the other bedroom because I need my own
your space.
Yeah, I do. I really do, and it's been working out well. Actually, I have not gotten annoyed at his presence, which I know I shouldn't anyway. But when you're on top of each other for longer periods of time in a non-sexual way, it's not always the best.
Sunshine and rainbows.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, Mark and I have been doing okay so far. Like, we kind of do already spend a lot of time at home, so this isn't abnormal for us.
Yeah.
But we're doing well about not being like too of each other, and I don't mean that in a sexual way. I just mean like generally like giving each other space. And he has, I'm working, he has his school, so we both have our own shit to work on.
Nicole agrees. Oh yeah, I told my husband this morning that I will grow to hate him now that he'll be joining me at home. We were planning on talking about this on the main show earlier this week, but I cut it for time. This is apparently going to destroy a lot of relationships.
Or do you think people are being dramatic?
I'm trying to remember the context of this conversation on Twitter, but people were writing into a reporter at the New York Times or maybe somewhere else just about how concerned they were about them and their significant other spending so much time with each other suddenly throughout the week. I think it's a legitimate issue for some people.
I guess. I mean, I think it's just, I think it's a growing pain, right?
Yeah.
Sarah, here she is making the point.
People get in bad relationships. She's a therapist, so she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
I think the thing is too, is that like, obviously you have couples that are attached at the hip, but I have found in my life that the most healthiest relationships I've ever been in is when we can do things together, but we also have our own separate activities.
Exactly.
And the problem with sheltering in place is that you can't do that. So, all of a sudden you're kind of forced to reassess how you work as a couple if you're not used to that. And I can see how that might drive some people crazy. But at the same time, especially if you're married to somebody, shouldn't that be the person that you want to get stranded on a desert island with, like that's your one and
Dang.
only, right?
You would think,
Yeah.
but turns out that's not how it works.
I did read a funny tweet the other day that was like, working from home with my husband is weird. Like, I had no idea that I was married to the type of person who would say, let's circle back on that.
Yeah.
Like, you get to hear your spouse in all of their like corporate jargony joy.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like Mark must be hearing some of that when I'm in meetings. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure I hang up those meetings and he's like, you're so fucking fake.
Fake until you make it. Well, even what you were talking about a few minutes ago about how this has impacted how you work and your place of work. You were using all this jargon. I was like, ew, I don't know this, Laura.
All this jargon. What jargon did I use?
I couldn't even commit it to memory. The words were so big.
Oh.
Well, here's a show off. Kyle says, I love being home with my husband. Well, that's good for you. Wish we could all be that happy, Kyle.
Andrew's like, well, that's nice.
Kelsey says, I love my wife, but I need to play Animal Crossing in peace. Yeah. We're us Nintendo fans are very happy today because they have just released Animal Crossing for Nintendo Switch. This has been a very long time coming, and it's such a relaxing and peaceful game. This is a series of games. This is like the third or fourth one. It's just so peaceful, and we need a peaceful game in these uncertain times.
Yeah, we only have one Switch, so we're gonna be playing together. But I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be
really
soothing.
Cute. Have you played it before?
Actually, I haven't. I've seen it played, so I'm aware generally of how it works and what the point of it is. And the point of it seems to me that it's just very soothing. Like there's no pressure. It's not like, oh fuck, I gotta beat this big boss level or whatever. It's just like grow some petunias.
Right.
It
might be a little triggering for millennials though, because you get a house and you get a loan from Tom Nook, and then you have to pay off that loan throughout the course of the game. And, having debt can be a little triggering for people like us.
Yeah. Well, we've already been tricked into that before. So
right, exactly.
It's like, oh yeah, take out $50,000.
Who cares? It's good debt.
Pay that back. It's good debt.
It's
Yeah.
good debt. It's the biggest lie I've ever been told in my life.
Yeah, I know.
We're just going to go cry over here in the corner.
Genevieve says, my husband and I both work from home and share an office, but we will work in separate rooms if we feel too on top of each other. It's important to make your own space. Completely agree with that. And
I think people that are going to have trouble are the ones that live in studios.
Yeah.
Or like out in New York, where it's not uncommon to, share a room in an apartment with more rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're stuck with each other. This is kind of sad. I wish I was at Hogwarts. Says, I don't know when I'll next see my boyfriend, as I'm in the high risk category and he's a key worker. Might be months.
Oh man, I know somebody else who is in this category. I'm really sorry.
Well, there's always sexting over Zoom, FaceTime.
Yeah. And also, I mean, just like us, there are a lot of podcasters and streamers who are putting out additional content right now to try and help keep people busy.
Yeah.
So I would be on the lookout for that.
Yeah. Haley said over on Patreon, favorite thing to do while social distancing. I feel like I'm not doing anything different. The big difference right now is Pat working from home. So, that's nice. But yeah, nothing else is really different.
I think the big thing for us is that we are being a lot more intentional about cooking. So I mean, we already cook, but we definitely, are takeout people. So like we'll do takeout 2 to 3 times a week. And we're not doing that now. Like everything's being prepared at home. And that saves a lot of money. Come to realize.
Yeah.
Because like we had to make another grocery adventure. That's where Mark is right now. And I was like, oh, be careful because we've already spent X amount on groceries. But then we like looked at our money and we were like, well, actually, we're fine because we haven't been eating out. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Trump's going to be sending me a check for $1,200.
Oh my God. Can we talk about that? Okay. So, first of all, why are they giving poor people the least amount of money?
Okay. So
Oh my God.
from what I read, the Republican bill, maybe I didn't read the whole article, but the Republican bill is going to give $1,200 checks twice for those with an income up to 75,000. After 75, it starts tapering off up until 99,000 annually, and then if you make more than that, you're not getting shit.
Well, there is a caveat there for people with no income, they get nothing.
Oh.
And for people who have at least $2,500 of qualifying taxable income, they get $600.
We're going to need a website called amigettingacheck.com.
Yeah.
Right.
And a little tool to figure this out.
The poorest and most vulnerable among us are getting the least amount of assistance. It's so fucked up.
Sounds about right. Hate to say it.
There's a caveat here. I mean, they're negotiating over this bill today, I believe, so some things might change. This was the Republican deal, and I think the Republicans have invited the Democrats to the table today, March 20th, to hammer something out. So maybe poorer people will be covered.
Yeah, I know that Pelosi and Schumer were pushing back against this.
It should just be 100,000 or less. If you're making nothing, if you're making 100,000, you should get these two checks.
Well, and can we honestly talk about, with inflation, 75,000, while I think to a lot of us sounds like more money than we could imagine, like that still falls in the middle class bracket.
Yeah.
Very much so. So to make that the cutoff and be like, oh, if you make more than $75,000, you're rich.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. How many people are in that family? Where do they live? There's a variety of factors.
Exactly.
And 75 could be a lot to some people, but over 75 would tell you differently.
Yeah. I mean, like if you're a family of 4 and your household income is $75,000, that's $75,000 divided by 4. Yeah, exactly.
I had a realization the other day. I don't want to have kids because I have to leave them money. I don't want to leave money to anybody.
You could do what my mom did.
What?
She sat us down and she was like, listen, I know that we live in a very affluent community and you guys are getting to the age where you're going to start to see the socioeconomic differences between you and your friends. But I just want to tell you guys right now that there's no trust fund here.
Yeah.
Well, at least she was upfront.
Like literally.
I wanted to address Kelsey's question. Do you know about joint incomes and the check they will get? As of right now, for married people, it would be $2,400. So instead of each person getting a $1,200 check, it'd be $2,400 for both of you. So yeah, still kind of a bit shit.
We'll see what happens. This is a good idea from Tara. I've been trying to order takeout / delivery from local small restaurants every so often, help support them. Would hate to see them go out of business because of this.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this on the show, and you're really seeing it all happen now. Tons of people are losing their jobs, and businesses have to shut down because business everywhere has just plummeted.
Yeah.
And we heard yesterday that the administration... apparently, it wasn't at Trump's direction, but the administration did ask states to not report the number of unemployment they are seeing in their states until next Thursday because they didn't want it to roil the markets today.
Yeah, I bet they didn't.
I'm just telling you what the New York Times said. But it does sound like a very Trumpian thing.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we are going to see those numbers. They're not going to be completely hidden. And So get takeout from your favorite local
Mhm.
restaurants. Support them now more than ever. I went to
Yeah.
a bagel shop last Saturday. I'm going to do it again this weekend. I love them. I love their bagels. Bagels make me
Mhm.
happy. I want
Yeah.
them to continue thriving. So, yeah.
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 I just ordered I made a list of coffee shops that also are roasteries that are local. And so I'll just be buying my coffee from there so I can make it at home. And I ordered from this place called Retrograde today, and they're doing home deliveries if you're close to where they roast from.
Mhm.
So they're going to bring it to my house, which I think is really generous.
Oh,
And
that's
I'm going to
great.
get some sweet coffee.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's bizarre walking the street right now because all the restaurants you're used to seeing open, including Starbucks, they're all just shuttered. Like my Starbucks, you can still do walk-ins at Starbucks across the country, but they're not letting anybody sit inside them. But mine was closed at like 7 o'clock last night, which is earlier than normal.
Yeah, I think that my someone was telling me that a lot of the stores have implemented earlier closing hours. So like even Target, I think, is closing now at 9 or something,
Mhm.
or maybe earlier than that, and
And
Safeway as well.
for anyone looking to save a buck, Aurelia, Orly.
Orally.
A. Yoder said, we just got Chipotle takeout yesterday. It was super easy to order and pick up. This is another thing to keep in mind because some businesses, since businesses are struggling for customers, some of them have been offering free delivery. And I know Chipotle has been doing free delivery lately, I assume nationwide. Now, of course, local restaurants probably aren't going to offer free delivery because they're hurting for money, but Chipotle could afford to cover the delivery expense.
Yeah.
Just remember to tip the people who are delivering your food.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Orally.
Arlie.
Yeah. She just gave us the
Sorry,
pronunciation.
Orally.
Orally. But I think probably we need to do it more fluid than like we can't be inserting like
A space in
dots
between.
there. Yeah. Orally.
Arlie.
Right.
Arlie.
If you do it right.
Arlie.
Yeah,
Buttigieg.
that's a very pretty name, though.
Yeah, it is really pretty.
Teeny Dose says Laura and Pam are so beautiful. And I
Aw,
love
thank
Laura's
you.
hair.
Oh,
Thank you. It's greasy as fuck right now. I need to
Still
watch
looks
it.
great, though. I
I
need
just
to cut my
showered and-
hair, and I'm worried that I might try and cut it myself if it gets any longer. Because, like, what are the salons going to open back up?
Yeah. Are you comfortable in your hair?
I watched a couple tutorials last night online, so we'll see if I get the courage up to do it.
You're like, I've watched a couple of YouTube videos.
I
I'm
watched
somewhat
like
of an
2
expert.
hours. When I say I watched a couple tutorials, I mean I watched like 2 hours of people doing the same thing and made
Oh
sure
my
that there were
God.
like no jump cuts. So-
That's great.
yeah.
Well, I showered like a half hour ago and no one has said I'm beautiful. So, Laura,
Oh,
you've,
but you're
Well,
always beautiful. You don't need to be
Andrew,
told.
Yeah, it goes without saying.
Right.
what?
Everyone
Saying
tell
what?
Andrew he's beautiful.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Just do
no.
it. No, just
No.
Laura
love
and I
it.
just
That.
told you that you're always beautiful. See,
Nobody
you don't
needs
even
to
like
lie.
listen when we
Nobody needs to lie.
pay you compliments.
Let's see. What else did we get here? And yeah, John also brings up this point, and I think we
Yep.
mentioned this. Buy gift cards to local places and save them for when everything is over. That's a great point.
Ooh, yeah. And Tara's talking about how this might be time to grow out her undercut. That's smart
Hey.
because those are
Yeah.
a bitch to grow out, from what I
Yeah.
understand. I thought about
I've-
doing one, but I chickened out.
I feel like you would rock it so hard though.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Mhm.
And now Andrew are telling you that you're so beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Andrew, you are so beautiful and hot from Sydney. Thank you.
Wow.
Oh, ooh, we're having a technical difficulty. I can't bring this card down. It has to be up for the remainder of the broadcast. Damn it. Oh, I hate
Because all the
this platform.
Andrew's beautiful comments are flooding the chat now.
I actually decided a couple weeks ago that I'm going to start growing in the top of my head.
Ooh. I like that look.
I did that about 4 years ago. Yeah, and I really liked it. But I
Mhm.
need the sides. They need to get cut. My sideburns are starting to get a little long, and now I'm a little afraid of going
You and
to a
Pat
barber.
could you guys could do that at your house. It's much easier to cut guys' hair than it is girls' hair. You just got to
True.
get your number and then, you know,
Yeah.
go to town.
Yeah. I make some overtone and just play with it a little bit if I get bored.
Laura, your internet is acting up. Is it just me
Is it?
or Pam? Do you see that too?
Yeah, but I just thought it was the stream.
I think it's Laura because her video keeps freezing too.
Oh, that's weird.
Okay.
Do you have a hardwired connection by chance?
I do. I am hardwire connected.
Oh, weird.
Y'all aren't freezing for me though. That's very odd. Do you want me to leave and come back?
Upload. No. Is your Wi-Fi off?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, no. I think Atlanta internet is crumbling under the pressure. Did you see?
Probably. It is Comcast.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Did you see Europe asked Netflix to reduce the video quality over there so their internet could handle the increased demand?
No.
I think that's super rude because now more than ever, people should be able to stream to their heart's content.
I know. Well, they can, just in shitty quality.
No, that's not fair. We can't go backwards in all of that too.
Well, this is exposing some of the issues with our infrastructure. Luckily, this hasn't happened in America yet. I'm really blue right now, and it's distracting me. The whole camera picture. Fix it, camera. Logitech. Bullshit. Oh, there we go. Oh, great.
I can turn my camera resolution down to low res.
There you go.
Oh, but then it like zooms in on my face. I don't like that. I am not into that.
Maybe it'll fix itself, but it has been better the past minute or two. Stop that porn from downloading. Maybe that'll help. Okay,
I guess.
Laura's like, my nightly plans have been ruined now, so I guess I'll go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, what else am I supposed to do while I'm self-isolating, Andrew?
What's there to do if you can't fap? I'm buying so poor Pat's been sitting on, see this chair behind me? He's been sitting on the other one of this in the back room. So I did order a new office chair for myself. I'm going to let him use it once it arrives until he's done working from home, and then I'll take it. But I think that's one of the big differences. And now I'm like itching to get a standing desk again. Not that there's been any disruption to my work life. I've been working at home anyway, but I really want a standing desk. I bought one of those ones that sits on top of your existing desk, but it makes the desk so look so bloated because of the whole hinge mechanism and all that. And it raises the screen up too high, and there's this ledge that the keyboard rests on, so then your wrists are hanging over this ledge. Like, I just don't like it. So I want to get one of those standing desks that actually just lifts up. The whole thing lifts up.
Yeah, that have like the buttons to adjust it up and down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they don't have under desk storage. So I'm like, do I really want to get rid of this nice desk just for that? Questions.
I have a friend out in Texas, and I don't think they've really done very much to implement any of like the rules that we have where we live. But her company is preparing everybody to work from home, or had been this last week. Maybe they're already doing that. So she went out to try and buy a desk and a chair, and she said that like everything was gone, and she finally found something on Amazon, but they won't deliver until Friday, like next Friday, even though it's like a Prime item, but that makes sense, I load down. So
Amazon did announce that they are prioritizing necessities, I think, in the shipping process now. Did you guys hear about that?
That's good.
That's a big deal for Amazon to just switch how they deliver products. I mean, suddenly we don't get everything we want within 2 days.
Yeah. I was going to order something off of Amazon I can't remember what it was, but I noticed too that this was last week, so I'm sure it's a much longer wait, but I think it was going to take about 4 days to get here, and I thought, oh, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ordered a filtration system for our sink, like one of the ones that you screw on.
Yeah.
And we ordered that like a week and a half ago, and it's finally going to get here tomorrow. And I was like, I am not accustomed to these 2005 shipping windows.
Speeds. I want it now.
Right.
So Pam, your
Yes.
governor
Yes.
wrote a letter to Donald last night, and
Oh, did he?
he said they are projecting that half of the state is going to get infected. Did you hear about that?
Yes.
And is that scaring you?
Yeah, I mean, like, look, I went to the one thing I forgot to pick up before all of this kind of got a little bit more intense with the Greater Bay Area putting in their shelter-in-place warnings. I forgot to check to see if Jasper needed dog food, and he doesn't right now. But I figured I might as well just go get it in case. And I went to the store, and it was just not a good experience because it was so bleak and depressing, and it was anxiety inducing a bit because nobody was following any of the social distancing rules even when they were out, and it was just not good. And so I've been avoiding having to go back out, and then with Gavin's announcement last night and those numbers being even more terrifying than I think we were all wanting to accept from the get-go, despite what's going on in the outside of the United States, it's definitely concerning, but at the same time, I think it's smart to err on the side of caution here because, California is such a large state, and if you look at, like the worst case scenario, we would not have the supplies or the manpower or the space that we would need to take care of everybody that could fall ill. So I think that this was like the only way to go about trying to see if they can kind of get ahead of the game in any way they can.
Yeah, because you don't want to, you might as well do it now instead of waiting 2 weeks and then you're regretting it, being slow.
Right, exactly. So,
yeah. And I thought we should have heard by now about this shelter in place in Chicago, but yeah. But
it's already almost 2:00 over where you are, or almost
I know.
3.
When are you going to tell us?
Yeah,
expect to
all of our
at a
conference
Friday
news
afternoon news conference. I don't know what time that.
Oh,
news
maybe it's
conference
closer
is.
to the evening.
Maybe.
Gavin got on at 6:30 yesterday. I don't know, but then all the other ones have been around like 1 our time.
Yeah. So Rex says the Illinois thing is coming at 3, I believe. Good. So I'll have time to run out to Costco and see that craziness going on. But yeah, I mean, you just gotta, you gotta be close to people for a little while, Pam. You just gotta do it. I was thinking about my dog's food this morning as well because I'm almost out and I don't have another bag, so I'm gonna run over to the pet store as well when we go run errands.
It's unrealistic, but it's like if you don't check your brain, you just start to spiral into like the worst case scenario, and that's not healthy. So,
wow, I'm seeing a headline from 11 Alive Atlanta saying Atlanta restaurants are now allowed to sell alcohol to go.
Woohoo!
Oh,
well, there we go.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Taco. You guys sell Corona beer?
God, that'd be, well, not. And see, on top of it, so like all the Corona beer is on sale right now. And I wouldn't even buy it on sale.
Why?
Because I think it's disgusting.
Oh. You thought
no.
you'd get coronavirus.
No, it's not real. It is flavored water. That's what I think of Corona.
That's why everybody puts lime in it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
How
It's
about
like,
Corona
man,
Light?
No, but if you want that, you can go get like a Tecate, and it tastes way better.
Oh, I hate Tecate.
Tastes way better than Corona.
Both of those are the beers of my childhood. Not that I was drinking when I was a child, but that's like those are the beers of choice in Latin America.
So also, Georgia has had its largest one-day increase of coronaviruses today. Georgia Department of Public Health said there have been 420 positive cases across the state. Just yesterday, they were telling us this was like in the teens, and now we're suddenly up to 420. Yeah.
420?
Yep.
Nice.
420, man.
Nice. Get that bong
Sticking
out.
to your brand.
Yeah, the numbers have been growing rapidly since more tests have become available. New York City, I think, has it worst in this country right now. Washington, California. So New York, state of New York has over 4,000 cases. Washington has 1,200. California, 1,000. Here in Illinois, only 400. Yeah, so spreading everywhere. Everything is terrible. If you are having trouble sleeping, I really want to recommend again CBD oil. There are nights like on my road trip and last night where I just couldn't fall asleep. I take some of this. It knocks me out. And not in the way that like NyQuil will. It just, I don't know what the hell it's doing. It's just clearing my head and boom, good night.
Yeah. I think I've put off CBD oil long enough, and I'm going to have to hop on that train.
Yeah.
Especially because I've been having back trouble this week too. And I took, I took some hydrocodone last night. It's like a, painkiller. And the bottle said, take 1 to 2. And I thought, okay, well, I'll just take 2 because it said I could. And it was not a good experience.
Oh.
And all of a sudden, like it was great because my back was very comfortable, but it was definitely like, I started getting really dizzy. And then all I could think about was how if I had just, bought the CBD oil when I thought about it, I probably could have just solved my own problem without feeling super drugged up on painkillers instead.
Yeah.
So it's good for all that shit.
Ebash says California has kept dispensaries open, at least in LA. They've been deemed essential.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I should go to the dispensary instead.
It is
and then I don't have to
essential.
wait for it to
Did you
show up
guys-
on my doorstep.
Did you guys hear that podcasts were called out specifically as essential services in LA's new safer area homes order?
Well, that makes sense because a lot of them are news-based.
True.
So like news is not shutting down.
But what about people like us? Like we could walk out in LA right now and a cop
We
could
do
pull us
news.
over and we could be like, hey, we're podcasters.
Yeah, we're doing an essential service.
Don't mess with us. We're talking about shitting in a hallway. We are essential.
I mean, that's definitely the recommended protocol right now, right, Andrew?
Shitting in hallways?
Shitting in hallways.
Yeah, because there's no toilet paper to
Yeah.
wipe your butt, so just shit anywhere.
There
I've been
you
doing it
go.
since before it was cool. John says, I've been doing the 7-minute Alexa workout. Love it. I haven't heard of that. That sounds like a good idea, though.
So do you say,
Yeah.
Alexa, help me work out? And then she gives you a,
Probably like, do jumping jacks.
oh, okay.
Just a guess. Do some push-ups.
Yeah. It'd be funny if she was like, get up off your ass, bitch.
Yeah.
How about do that for starters?
Sweat is just your fat crying.
How about instead of ordering something through Amazon, you get off your butt and go to the store?
But I feel like there are a lot of old people who shop at my grocery store. I don't want to infect them.
Yeah.
I just saw that Trader Joe's and Safeway, they're implementing senior hours on certain days of the week, or maybe all the days depending on the store. And I think that that's really great.
I've seen this too, rolling out nationwide. It is a
Yeah.
good idea.
It really is.
Yeah.
I think Target's doing it too.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what are y'all's plans? What are your staycation plans this weekend?
Oh my God, I don't even know.
Playing Animal Crossing.
Of course.
So now that we are going to have this shelter in place, I won't be able to go to the gym anymore. I have been going still. And Laura, I said to Pam before you got on that I feel like if you're going to the gym at this point, you're accepting that you're probably going to get coronavirus.
Yeah.
So don't show up if you're concerned about your health. I think I'm pretty healthy. Now, there have been reports showing from the CDC that this is affecting millennials too. Millennials have been hospitalized and in serious condition, some, when they come down with coronavirus. So, yes, I'm an idiot for continuing to go to the gym, but I'm going to be forced to no longer go to the gym starting tomorrow here in Chicago, apparently. So I'm going to rev up this Fit Desk and hang on the couch and play Animal Crossing and drink. I've been drinking every night, just a couple drinks, nothing too crazy.
Yeah, well, when the apocalypse is happening outside, what else can you do?
Yeah, exactly.
Are we all going to be like the Italians and open up our windows and start singing to each other?
I think that Americans are too cynical to do something like that.
Probably, yeah.
I wish we weren't, because it's so beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Yeah. Did you guys see Trevor Noah on I don't know if you follow him on Instagram, but he was kind of joking about that, and he tried to sing, and then there's some guy in the background that goes, "Shut the fuck up." It's pretty good.
Zoe says, "I'm drinking right now."
Get it, Zoe.
It is
Zoe,
Friday.
you are all of us.
Yeah.
Christy said, "I need to figure out." Oh, well, I didn't mean to air this one, but I need to figure out some way to be accountable, like for your goals.
Well, now Andrew has put Christy in a position where there are a lot of people who are going to hold you accountable.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep this message up, Christy. Sydney said, "I've been reading a lot. I'd love to get into some more reading." Iben says, "We did the singing in Denmark too."
Oh, cute.
All right. Sydney also said, "Are you guys singing any song while washing hands?" No, I'm just washing my hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I generally tend to do Happy Birthday because it's the first one that comes to mind.
I don't know why people like Happy Birthday twice. That's fine. But you could also just sing the ABCs because that's literally 20 seconds.
Just
plus.
wash your hands deeply.
Yeah.
I ain't counting. Gets coronavirus. I did everything right. I washed my hands. Not long enough.
My hands are really, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like my hands, the skin on my hands has aged like 10 years and they're so dry. And so like, if you have any Holy Grail hand cream products that are unscented, because my skin is starting to crack, please send those my way.
Andrew said, "This weekend, my friends and I are having virtual brunch, and then after we're going for virtual yoga." That's a great
really
idea.
Cute.
Yeah.
We spoke
We're doing
earlier.
a virtual hangout too, but nothing cool like that.
Who, us?
No, me and my friends. Well, you guys can come too if you want, but
what the fuck? We're your friends. Why weren't we invited?
Because I thought maybe absence would make the heart grow fonder between Friday and Monday, but
I agree.
Translation, I get enough of you guys.
No, more like you guys get enough of me.
No, that's not true.
Well, so far I've been invited to 0 events like the one that Andrew was describing. So
I want to try that Netflix party feature out though. The one where you can watch some things simultaneously and then it's like the Chrome plugin.
Yes.
I want to do that too.
So I've seen we've been speaking a lot about businesses starting to use Zoom, but I've also seen just groups of friends starting to use Zoom or group FaceTime for stuff like this, Andrew, and I think that's a great idea.
Agreed. I actually saw a friend of mine posting on his Insta story the other day showing he and his friends all on Zoom together, and they all clinked glasses, but like against their computer screens.
And one person broke their computer screen.
Right.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate.
Christy says Cetaphil cream helps dry hands a lot.
Yeah, thanks guys for all the
them.
recommendations. I've turned into my Mexican grandma because I have this is something that is used a lot in Mexico. It's Dr. Bell's skin ointment. And that's like all I have on hand that's thick enough, but definitely looking for other shit. So I appreciate the recommendations.
And here's a review of Netflix Party. Lily says, "Netflix Party is amazing. My boyfriend is in Hong Kong. Now we are in enforced long distance and we're finishing The Good Place." Very cool.
That's very
Oh, The Good
sweet.
Place is so good.
Jasmine watching Gentified. Do you have it?
Hentified.
Hentified on Netflix
Mhm.
Party with my long distance BF. Netflix bringing everybody together. Hentified. Oh yeah, she corrected it in another one. Did you guys see? We'll bring this up on MuggleCast tomorrow, but J.K. Rowling, they're gonna start rolling. Pun not intended. Rolling out some ways for teachers to read the Harry Potter books to their kids. And the first one was announced on Friday. J.K. Rowling granted an open license for teachers during this outbreak. Teachers can now post videos of themselves reading aloud from the Harry Potter books to children prevented from attending school because of the virus. Teachers anywhere in the world are permitted to post videos of themselves reading from Harry Potter books 1 through 7 onto the school's secure networks or closed educational platforms from today. I didn't realize you couldn't already do this. I didn't know you needed a license for that.
I mean,
That's
I
so
suppose
weird.
legally, yeah, but it never occurred to me that J.K. Rowling would come after a teacher for doing something like this.
Yeah.
Right.
It seems like I don't know, like that's a weird thing to pat yourself on the back for, right?
Yeah, this is, but and it's like it's not even much of a bone because you can only do it on a closed network. And to be honest, Team J.K. Rowling would never know you were doing it anyway because it's on a closed network. So like
I'm just imagining how much bad press she would get if like we were talking about earlier how Josh Gad has been reading bedtime stories to kids.
Yeah.
If they slapped him with a copyright lawsuit because he thought, I'll read the first chapter of Harry Potter to you guys while you're stuck in isolation.
Yeah, how
with
is
your
that
families.
legal? How is that legal? But so this is just the first of a few initiatives, and we'll see what else they do because they also wrote the open license for teachers is the first of several initiatives being planned to help bring Harry Potter to children at home, which will be announced shortly. Watch this space, #Harry Potter at home. So I guess it's mainly going to be geared towards kids, but J.K. Rowling, why don't you come back to Twitter and do what you did in the old days? Answer our questions. We still have so many questions about the Cursed Child and the Harry Potter books, of course, and Fantastic.
I think
also
she's
probably too scared to do that.
I think she's over Twitter.
Yeah.
And like over the questions that she gets on Twitter.
I'm not over
Yeah,
her,
she doesn't want to answer whether or not Lavender Brown survived. You know.
Forever a mystery.
Exactly. It's like, did she die? We'll never know.
One of the things I'm very proud of is that if you Google "is Lavender Brown dead," top result is my wonderful coverage of the topic on Hype School. So enjoy if you're curious. But yeah, so I'm eager to see what else she rolls out. Maybe make the ebooks free through the Wizarding World app. Currently, you have to spend like $75 on Wizarding World Gold to get the ebooks through the app for free. So
alternatively, I'm sure that your local libraries have online resources where you could check those out for free.
This story made me think about how I was originally introduced to Harry Potter. My 4th grade teacher read it to us in class. And I was like, did she need a license to read the book to us in class? What's the difference between that and a closed stream through your school's network? I don't get it.
Yeah, I see a note here. Question, guys, is this chat going to be different from the Bay Hangout or in place of it? This is just a virtual coffee date for everyone.
So it's not in place of it.
No, it is not in place of the Bay Hangout.
But that reminds us, we need to schedule a Bay Hangout.
We do.
Yes, we do. All of a sudden, we don't have any time on our hands.
I know. Well, we're doing all this bonus stuff, so it's like distracting us from our usual.
Yeah. But you know what? I will say that, like, as nice as it is for you guys, it's helpful for me too, because I don't think I feel it as much now that we have all this shit that we need to get done, you know, in between all the other stuff. So
I actually feel like I'm talking to people more now than I did before I was social distancing, because now you have to be really intentional about calling people and about like setting up a video chat. Whereas before, you could just kind of count on those spontaneous personal interactions to check the boxes for you.
Right.
Yeah. And checking in. I don't know if you guys have been doing this, but I've been trying to check in on my friends more too.
Mhm.
And just, keep them updated so they're not worried about what's going on over here, and checking in to make sure that they're okay where they are and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, same. I actually was talking to a friend of mine who literally lives across the street from me. And he was like, yeah, y'all should come hang out. And I was like, we can't. And he was like, oh, yeah, you're
That
right.
phase.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just open the windows and yell
Yell
at
at
each
each
other.
Just,
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe
Hello.
you guys could start an Italian sing along.
There we go.
What
Yeah.
would you sing, Laura?
Pick a duet, and then you guys can go back and forth.
Oh, what would I sing?
Thinking
Karaoke.
That work from home song.
but like in an opera version of it.
I don't think I can hit those notes.
Work from home. Oh. Just lost 10 people tuned in right now. Sorry about
Yep.
that.
Look at what you did.
Can and string telephone was Zoe's suggestion for you and your friend
Yeah.
across the street.
There we go.
So my downstairs neighbors, who I love, I keep saying, they are having a get together next weekend, and we're invited, and we're just gonna hang out and play games. I'm cool with just hanging out with downstairs neighbors because we're touching the same doors anyway. We might give each other coronavirus either way.
Yeah.
But they're gonna bring in people from the outside. Should I be going to that?
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh, I don't know about that.
seems risky.
But you know what? If I tell them we're not going to come down because I don't want to get coronavirus from one of their friends, they're going to like make fun of us and be like, you probably already have it anyway. Like my neighbor
now's
told
not
me
the
last
time
night.
to be embarrassed of your choices, honestly.
Yeah. I do
I
get that it's
guess.
awkward though, since you live in the same building and it,
Mhm.
at least with me and my friend, like we don't live in the same building and,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but like when it's people who not to say people you can control, but like people who you're aware
Mhm.
that like, oh, they are actually self-isolating. Like with my friend, I have no idea if he's self-isolating. That's why I
Right.
won't go over there. Like, I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah. Well, maybe
Yeah.
their friends will decide not to come over. Maybe people just cancel it because
Mhm.
I am a little uncomfortable doing that in a place our size.
Mhm.
I'll just ask them I'll check all their temperatures when they come in.
There you go. Get one of those
Um,
monitors, like high-tech monitors they have in Singapore where they just like point a like
Yeah.
beam at
Oh,
your head to
yeah.
get your
So
temperature.
cool.
Yeah.
I want one of those. I think
So
those are
funny.
readily available over here.
Are they?
Yeah. I think I
It's
saw
like
somebody
a
link to
speed
one.
gun,
actually.
but for your body temperature.
And
That's
here I
funny.
am over here with the old school like ear monitor that you stick in.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Exactly.
Oh, whatever.
Hold on, wait. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Share screen.
Hmm.
Share screen. Share this window. Okay. You guys see that?
Yes. Yeah.
The Withings
Oh wow.
Thermo. And you just put it up against someone's head. And you get their temperature.
I'm still rolling with an old school thermometer out here. I had no idea that this was available to the masses.
And look, it logs it in an app, and then it looks like you can
Wow.
send it to your local hospital, to your local
Hmm.
doctor. Cool stuff. $100. Oh, it's out of stock though.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Yeah.
Zoe is saying that infrared thermometers like this are not that accurate, though.
No. Well, they're
Yep.
using it at the White House. Oh, wait.
That's
that
probably
explains
why
why.
everybody's
count on the
tested
White House
negative.
for accuracy.
No. Did you guys see Trump's latest explosion in the briefing room?
No, I had not.
What
Please
did he
fill
do
me in.
now?
Should I? Hold on. Let me try to bring up the clip. Well, he just got really angry at an NBC reporter, and it was so unnecessary.
Oh, I did hear about that.
It's
He
disgusting.
said that they like asked him a nasty question.
Yeah,
He's been calling all the questions nasty.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Here, let's see if this will work. Tell me if you can hear. Can you hear that?
Very faintly.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
What is it? Trump
But-
goes on rant. About
Yeah.
question about what?
Just look at my Twitter. It's you can watch the video there in the tweet that says,
Yeah.
"What a fucking loser."
There was I was really happy to see that there was a couple days ago an NBC reporter asked him why he keeps referring to the coronavirus as the Chinese virus.
Because he's a racist fuck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, we all know that, but I think it's important for people to keep asking why he
Yeah.
feels the need to do that,
It's
or why anybody feels the need to call it like the Wuhan virus or anything like that. It's
Tell
absolutely
me if you-
disgusting.
Tell me if you can hear this.
I'll just follow up. Nearly 200 dead. What do you say the Americans were scared, though? I guess nearly 200 dead, 14,000 who are sick, millions, as you witness, who are scared right now. What do you say to Americans who are watching you right now who are scared?
I say that you're a terrible reporter. That's what I say.
What do you say to Americans who are scared? You're a terrible reporter, and that's not all.
What does that even have to do? Okay, go on.
Let Trump explain himself.
I think it's a very nasty question, and I think it's a very bad signal that you're putting out to the American people. The American people are looking for answers, and they're looking for hope. And you're doing sensationalism. And the same with NBC and Comcast. I don't call it Comcast. I call it Concast. Let me just
good
for
one.
whom you work. Let me just tell you something. That's really bad reporting. And you ought to get back to reporting instead of sensationalism. Let's see if it works. It might and it might not. I happen to feel good about it, but who knows? I've been right a lot.
Trump is talking about
my
other
God.
types of medicine as ways to.
Oh yeah, he said that something was good to treat, and then the FDA had to like clarify that it's not.
Yeah,
is that what
Is
that was
this
about?
is this where the malaria thing came
Yes.
from?
Yeah, the
Yes.
malaria. Yeah.
Okay, because I was talking to a relative recently who was like, "Yeah, we'll see if the malaria treatment works." And I was like, "Malaria?" And I was like, "Oh, she probably saw it on Fox News."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Trump's big
Probably.
idea now. Take this pill that helps with malaria, and
But
Yeah.
okay,
It's two different. I know.
Yeah,
don't even
they're not-
try.
I don't even know why we try and rationalize the
I'm
thought
like,
process, but it's
are
just
they
like
are they even in the same viral family?
Who
probably not.
knows?
No.
Trump heard once that maybe it'll help out. Now he's banking on this solving the
Oh my
issue.
God.
That's what it comes down to.
That's so
Next thing you
bad.
know, he'll be like,
It's just really funny because people say, I mean, like, look, I know we're not like big fans of his, but people are always going on about how Bernie's unhinged and he always sounds unhinged. But like, then you get shit like this and you kind of start to
Yeah.
realize that,
"There's no comparison."
right.
Yeah,
Like, there was no reason for him to lash out that way. Why
Mhm.
can't you just answer the question? That's your
Yeah.
job. That is literally your job. That's why you're there at that point in
Yeah,
time.
and that was a softball question. Just be like,
Right.
the American people have nothing to be afraid of. Don't worry, we're going to take care of this. And instead, he just says,
Yeah.
"You're a bad reporter," and gets really angry. Like Trump,
I know.
Trump lost his cool in that moment.
That was not the time for him to do that. Like you
No.
said, literally all you had to say was, I know this is really scary, but we're going to get through this and we're trying to do everything we can. You know?
yeah.
Not that
I mean,
everybody's going to
that's-
believe him, but at least his fans will be like, oh, okay, great. Trump's
Yeah.
got it under control.
Well, there we go. Zoe pointing out that malaria is not a virus; it's a parasite.
That's pretty.
Oh Jesus!
J Pink
Yeah.
says, "How tall is Trump? Just wondering because I didn't know they could stack shit that high." Yeah, he's like, I
Mm.
think he's about 6 feet, 6'1". It's a lot of
He,
shit.
you know what? It fluctuates depending on how insecure he's feeling that day.
Fluctuates depending on how healthy he wants his BMI to look in the
I'm the
reports.
tallest man ever.
Yeah,
Taller
didn't
than
he say like
anybody.
originally that he was taller than Obama? But there's literally pictures of them together,
Yeah.
and Obama's way taller.
I am
black
taller
man.
than Obama.
No black man is taller than me, especially Obama. He's a midget. Can I say that? Little person, whatever. All right. Well, our cups of coffee are empty, so this break time is over.
But we would love to do this again at some point during
Yeah.
this
Madness.
saga. So keep an eye out.
I'm going to run off to Costco now, legit, because we have to shelter in place starting tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago is about to announce. So
Good luck.
I'm sure it's going to be really great over at Costco right now. Not many people, plenty of toilet paper and paper towels, plenty of bread and water. I'm sure everything, it'll be fine. It's going to be a good time. So
Yeah.
thank you, everybody who's
Good luck
tuned
with
in for the
that.
past hour.
Yeah, it was really great to get to connect with all of you. And
Yeah.
I hope that this gave you at least an hour's reprieve from all of the anxiety that's going on outside of the walls of your
Yeah.
home.
Yeah, stay safe. Don't go
Yeah.
outside. Just open up the window and sing some songs to each other.
Yeah.
And
Well, you can go. You can go outside. Like, take a little walk. That's okay. Just keep your distance from other people.
Yeah, just don't like bring a bunch of people with you on the walk.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Or sit
okay.
outside if you have a backyard. All that is important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'll open up my window and I'll hang out outside. Oh wait, no, it's cold here. Never mind. Stuck indoors. Okay, thanks everybody, and
All right,
have a
y'all.
good weekend.
Be safe.
Bye.
Be safe.
Yeah, stay
and
hydrated.
Stay tuned for a new episode of Millennial this Tuesday, and we will be recording it Monday night, and patrons can tune in live at patreon.com/millennial. So hope to see you there as well. All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.